What is going on, YouTube? What is going on, Up Next family, man? You already know who I have here, the boys behind the project, man. NFTs are a joke. What's going on, lads? What's going on, man? Welcome to the show.
Yeah, brother. How's it going? What's up, community?
What's up, community?
I'm JQ.
I'm Ed.
And we are the founders of Laugh Out Labs.
Yes.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, happy to have you guys, man. Look, the community is getting heated, man. They're getting heated for this stuff, all right? We saw how crazy NFTs went last year. Right. Now, people made a lot of money with us. We were the first guys on YouTube to talk about DeFi. So people have made a lot of money with us in the past, in the space, over the few years. Now we know the market's heating up again. So I had to bring Laugh Out Loud, man. The NFTs are no joke, man. The Laugh Out Labs with us. So what's going on, man? How'd this all come together? Tell us a little bit about yourselves. And you know, you guys are in LA. So what's going on out there, man?
Yeah, man. First and foremost, excuse me, I'm a little congested today. You know, we flew into LA, so just dealing with a lack of no sleep and just going hard for the cause, you know. We're in LA today. We're based in Miami. I'm from London originally. Ed is a Miami native.
Bro, I was just in Miami last weekend, man, for F1. Yeah.
It was
the city was lit.
100%.
Next time you in the city, though, we got to link up.
Next time for sure, brother. Next time for sure.
Facts. So our background, we come from a music background. You know, I've worked in A&R for the last 15 years, developing talent, signing talents, record labels, managing the marketing cycle. Ed is a recording artist and published songwriter himself. So we've known each other for going on 15, 16 years, being in the music and fashion space. And, you know, to be real with you, man, we're just class clowns. Like, we just love.
We love laughing, man.
That's some of the most successful people, though.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We appreciate that. But you know what it is? It's just about that release of dopamine you get when you're with your boys or your close friends or, you know, whoever it is that makes you feel, you know, elated, and that feel good energy. We're bringing that into the community. So the Laugh Out Labs concept for us started, you know, about 4 or 5 months ago. We were really thinking about what layers we could bring to the Web3 space, right? Because we all know the technology is incredible, what it's doing in just in decentralized space and really helping people to cut out the middleman and really create these communities that revolve around similar ideals or, you know, values, right? And for us, the ideal value we share in our life is the culture of feeling good, right? The culture of supporting each other, this culture of just like, you know, letting your hair down and enjoying life and remembering that, you know what, there's enough stress out there. Sometimes we need to create these moments where we come together and just celebrate the energy of feeling good.
And that's what's up, man. That's what's up, man.
What better way to connect people through laughter? I mean, like, what's a better way than connecting people than through laughter?
Absolutely.
You know? Like, that's like 100%. A universal language.
Facts.
You know?
100%. It's a different language. It's a different vibe. And I see what you guys have been doing as far as that community building aspect of things. You guys been putting out some great content, man. You know, us we're content creators, man. We're content creators. So, you know, so when I see something good, I gotta give credit where credit is due. And you guys are doing it, man. So where did that kind of fruit take from? Where did you guys decide, look, we're gonna put out some of this, you know, high quality, good content out there for our community to connect with? How did that all start as well?
Yeah, well, JQ and I, like he told you, we are creators. So we are very intentional about everything that we do. We pay a lot of attention to detail. And we are really like nitpickers, you know what I'm saying? Because we want to provide the best art possible to our community.
Art drives everything.
Yeah, literally.
The art is important.
Everything is art now. Fashion is art, NFTs is art, everything is art.
And so, you know, we thought, like, you know, instead of skipping any steps or anything, like, it's important for us to establish like the brand's identity, you know, because that's the foundation of the culture. And so, like, and coming up with all the graphics and all the ideas and everything, we really took our time. Like, okay, this is how we want to be represented. This is what we want the community to feel like. We want to provide high quality art at all times. So yeah, the creative aspect of it was just a no-brainer, you know. Literally,
that's very dope. That's very dope. And you know, you're talking about the creative side of things, and I'm seeing the guys you have on board. Man, the creativity is overflown. The names, the big names that are on board is absolutely insane. How did that come apart, man? How did you guys get names like that involved with your project?
You know what it is? I think once you start building something that actually resonates with people first, the sort of like response level is just gastronomic, right? We're not out here talking about, you know, the technology. We're talking about the layer of culture and value that we're bringing to the technology, right? And I think once you start talking to people from the heart and you make them realize that, you know, the world is changing. You know, Web3 is allowing us to evolve the concept of value, concept of ownership, right? But when you take comedians for where they are in Web2 and how they can transition into this point, the ones who see the future, they understand, yo, it's community over audience every day, right? Like if I can build a culture where people really resonate with me as a person, understand my values, want to support me, want to be a part of this movement, will champion what I represent, then I mean, you know, that's a consistent way of winning versus, you know, being out there trying to compete with, you know, what has become a little outdated and the status quo. So, you know, I think the response level was just amazing because our network is phenomenal, you know, working in music over the last 15 years, you know, I was president of A&R for Janet Jackson, you know, for the last 7 years. So being able to connect with just incredible people at events or experiences, whether it was, you know, award shows, whether it was, you know, studio sessions, it's just building this network of really, you know, like-minded creatives. And one thing I realized, and Ed also realized, is creatives loves that. We love that outlet of just being free, expressing ourselves and connecting with other people, especially when there's, you know, comedy involved, right? Like, and we don't mean stand-up, we mean any type of comedy. Comedy is so diversified nowadays, whether it's your boys, whether it's a stand-up show, whether it's, you know, something on TikTok.
A couple of memes on the internet,
memes, you know what I mean? Like driving that culture and really creating a hub where the intention is I come here daily just to feel good, right? So, and that's something of value. So for us, it started with that mindset. And then it was like, well, we're gonna evolve this picture over time into creating like a global network and of places and spaces where you can experience this feel-good culture.
Share that with the community.
There you go. There you go. And wrap it up with a dope brand, a dope aesthetic, a dope private access streetwear brand. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you bring in the cultural component of it and keep it exclusive.
That's real beautiful, man. And what I'm hearing here is that you guys have had a lot of experience in this space. The resume speaks for itself. It's not just you guys came out with an NFT project yesterday. No, you guys have been boys for a long time. This is a family now, and you guys know how to move in the space, which is very, very important. So I'm really, really, really happy to know that. And you know, what's more important than anything is you guys having the transparency and having the, you know, putting yourselves out there, getting on channels as big as us. Millions of people are going to view this video. You guys are out here, you know, backing the project like that. And that's what I always tell everyone. People that are putting their face to their project is very important. And people that are backing the project fully, coming out here answering questions, it means they're actually there for the community. Because I've worked with, what, 1,200 projects last year. And I really cannot say that about, you know, 90% of them. So huge shout out to you guys, man.
Man, we appreciate that. Man. We really do.
Yeah, transparency is key on that end.
Absolutely.
For sure.
We
now,
in our everyday lives, you know, so.
For sure. And I can tell you guys are real genuine guys. So what does that tell you guys about the competition in the space? Now, I know obviously NFTs, there's a lot of competition in the space as far as NFTs and drops and releases. And I know you guys got the mint coming up, what, the 15th?
15th, Monday, man.
All right, Monday. We're gonna put that in the calendar, boys, family. We're gonna put that in the calendar. We're gonna talk about it later too. But before we get into that, what's the competition looking like? How did you guys, you know, bypass this competition, and what are you guys doing different than the other guys in the space right now?
You know, I would say first and foremost, the idea of competition is so Web2. Do you know what I mean? Like, like, you know,
I like that.
Keep it real. Like Web3 for me, community is important, but what's greater than community is communities, right? So it's about how we're leveraging each other and how we're really bringing, you know, us to the space. The difference with our product is just we're the first, you know, NFT collectible joke card series, right? But these aren't just one-of-one jokes that have been written by incredible comedians who have worked on HBO, MTV, Adult Swim, True TV. Across the board, we have a great roster of, you know, comedic partners, but these tokens are actually memberships into a VIP community, right?
Utility, that's real utility.
Utility is key, bro. You know, it unlocks a world of events, experiences, one-off experiences. I mean, looking at like our tiers, we have 3 tiers to our collection. We have our signature, which is like our standard entry point, which gives you access to, you know, our free events. It gives you access to our comedy festival. It gives you access to our podcast network. It gives you access to our private access streetwear brand.
Yeah, our members only merch.
Members only merch.
You know, me.
Dope. And you guys better be hooking up some of that merch with the Up Next boys, man. I'm trying to be wearing that in the Lambo truck. I'm trying to be wearing that everywhere.
We got
you for sure. But yeah, I was saying it's just like, you know, that's a signature. Then you step up to the silver tier, and on the silver tier is where we're partnering with organizations to, you know, combat special causes. So it's like comedy, but with a purpose of doing good. So we're giving back to, you know, social reform. We're giving back to, you know, female empowerment. We're giving back to climate change. We're giving back to, you know, social justice. So it's all about taking, you know, something that feels good and turning it into something that does good, right? So that's the silver tier. And then the gold.
I'm rocking with this already 100%. I already looked at the project, but having you boys come on here and actually speak to me about it is a whole different vibe, man. And if you guys are watching this, tune in right now, live on the channel. All the links in the description below. Keep going. Gold tier.
Yes, bro. Gold tier. I mean, you know, the gold tier, now that's super exclusive. There's only 2 gold cards in our collection. You know, it's a 52 card collection, you know, drop 1, so super exclusive. But the gold card is going to get you VIP dinner with VIP comedians for you and 4 friends. It's going to allow you to book a private comedy show for you and 25 of your guests. You know, it's going to really move you from being, you know, in the space to really being a part of our community, having a voice here, really championing what we do against our roadmap and having an internal, you know, real point of reference, right? So it's going to be exciting what we're looking to bring to the space, man.
I mess with that, man. I mess with you guys, man. If next time I'm out in LA, next time I'm out in Miami, we're gonna be on a yacht together. I already know that.
Absolutely, man.
You know, when the Up Next boys travel, we travel. I'm telling you that.
Yeah, we'll do it right.
But which brings me on to my next question. Now, obviously we covered community pretty profoundly. We talked about these building strategies, where you guys have been and where you guys are going. But I want to know a little bit about the tough times. You know, I know there's a lot of roadblocks in the crypto space. There's a lot of FUD. There's a lot of FUD. There's a lot of BS that happens in the space that sometimes the developers and the guys have to deal with, but the community doesn't really see. So what's been kind of one of these toughest roadblocks that you guys had to face coming up in the crypto space, and how'd you guys kind of get around that and grow the project past that?
Yeah, well, just to start off, you know, we have a 16-man team. So, and we have employees from everywhere, you know, Indonesia, and we got people out in Spain. Like, it's so, for one, though there's challenges with time differences, you know, and everything lines, but you know, we've been making it work. It's been great. Our team is actually phenomenal.
Absolutely.
Like they're all like literally phenomenal. But you know, like making sure that the timing of everything
and everyone's on point. That's the thing I realized about, because we've ran our own projects as well, and especially when you have devs internationally and you have other guys internationally, you got to make sure everyone's on point and everyone's going for the same goal. So I see you guys are doing that.
Yeah, and
it's not easy.
And then, you know, like me and JQ was very anal about, we pay attention to the smallest details, you know. So when we are working with our design team and everything, you know, along those lines, like it's
perfectionist.
It's the back and forth, like making sure that is down to the T and everything along those lines. And you know, what about some FUD in this space? What about the guys that say, look, crypto is bullshit, NFTs are bullshit, blah blah blah? What do you got to say to those guys, man? Especially with a project that has utility.
Absolutely, bro. Honestly, the truth is, you know, in the beginning of the internet, right, when we dealt with Web 1, even, you know, people couldn't understand the concept of, you know, a website or a web page, right? The people thought the internet was a scam, or they didn't understand its true value. So you've noticed with every sort of escalation with technology, you're always going to have a small percentage of people who adopt it, who understand it, who execute at a level where it can actually be valuable to where it educates the rest of the market. So for us, we don't get lost in the conversation with people who don't understand it. We focus on people who do.
Right.
And I think, you know, the natural transition happens when people see value, right? You don't have that's just it. So we focus heavily on the value proposition, which is why the art, we invest in the art, we invest in the team, we invest in the vision. And you know, talking about challenges, man, we're dealing with challenges right now as we speak. You know, we're talking to our development team. There are issues with coding, back-end processes.
For sure.
It's like you're trying to get this out, you're pulling out your hair. But at some point, you just say, you know what?
You got to jump through the hoops.
It'll be what it'll be. And 100%. The most important part is keeping your community informed, right? Like that's the advantage we have in this space, you know? Literally. We can pivot. We can pivot and be transparent. So just working through it.
That, man. I love the way you boys work together, honestly, man. Because, you know, I got myself and my cousin Keon too. I'm sure you've seen the other face on the channel. You know, we came up together. We're cousins. We came up together and we changed the game, man. We changed the space. Now we're investing in a whole bunch of different businesses, all sorts of stuff, gyms, buildings, you name it. So seeing that, I see that in YouTube boys too, man. I see you two like me and my cousin, you know. So I love that, man. I love to be a part of that. I love the family, man. I love to be a part of that support system. And this is what brings me on to my next question is, how did that roadmap come apart since you guys started, and what's the roadmap looking like going towards in the future? Because I know there's going to be a lot of guys that get involved in this project, maybe even the average investor that sees this video and says, look, I resonate with this project. I want to pick it up and I want to hodl this project. I want to hodl these NFTs 6 months to a year. What are these projections looking like? What's the roadmap looking like for these guys that want to hodl these things for the value of the project going up?
We're super excited, man, because, you know, the beautiful thing about comedy and jokes and just this feel-good culture is it doesn't belong to one market, right? Like laughter is a global conversation. It's a global language. So everybody laughs. Everybody loves laughing. Everybody loves the feeling they get. So for us, the expansion on our roadmap is taking key territories, right? So we started in the US, we're moving into Europe, we're moving into Australia, we're moving into Canada, other regions, and doing a real job of penetrating the markets, right? Like for us, it isn't about scaling, you know, super quick. It's about making sure that when we do impact, it resonates, it's culturally relevant. The branding side translates, you know, and that's super important. So as we build, you know, we start with drop 1, 52 cards, and then we move into our sort of like original content era. So that's podcasts. We've got live tapings. We're partnered with, you know, late night TV shows and, you know, day shows, and we're giving our community access to things that they wouldn't otherwise have access to. We're actually talking to a pretty big comedian right now who will be essentially a judge on our version of, you know, the X factor of comedy, right? To create an opportunity for other comedians.
Hey, you guys got a lot of stuff happening, man.
We got some cool stuff, man. We got some cool things happening. It's gonna be good. And all of that culminates in a tour. So now what we have is, you know, a bunch of comedians who come onto the platform for the opportunity to, you know, go on the tour. And then they're gonna be judged and mentored by other comedians, you know, in our network. And then that creates a pipeline of, you know, new and upcoming and rising talent that get to finally share their talent with this growing global community. And that gets put on the road. Our members can access that tour. They can access tickets for free. They can access the merch for free. You know what I'm saying? And all of this now becomes the bigger plan. We're hoping everything lines up for our second drop, which is our big PFP project, which we'll announce, you know, in the coming month, which now really takes it to the next level. You know, we want to build something that ultimately feels like the Coachella of comedy, right? That's our end goal. It's a festival, and it's a festival that ends up in partying, feeling good, live music, live comedy,
sharing stuff. We see how big this whole community of memes have come, and people share memes and funny stuff on social media like it's normal now. It's normal. It's the norm. You have to do it. So to see you guys put utility to that, and actually the potential of this becoming something so colossal, man, I am absolutely in love with it.
Speaking of, just to touch on the PFP aspect of it all, you know, we've pre-introduced 3 of our characters, which is Willow, Reckenstein, and Smiz. But we also have Mojo Clutch and Charlie Coop. And these guys are, so to say, like the jokesters, the faces of these jokes and everything. And they have a life of their own.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Some crazy personalities.
Crazy backstories.
Yeah, crazy backstories.
That's dope.
You know, we have big plans for them as well.
Yeah.
And I know you guys went all out, man, on the creation of these things, because I know you guys don't do nothing small these days.
Man,
exactly.
you know it, bro. You know it.
So yeah,
So,
they have TV in their future. We'll say that much.
Yes.
Well.
For sure. So tell me about this, man. Let's get down to the tokenomics. All right. So what's the price that we're gonna be minting at? I know you said 50. How many you said there's gonna be minting on the first drop?
52.
52.
5 signature, 5 silvers, and 2 golds.
Absolutely.
And what's the mint price we're looking at?
Well, mint price, we're coming in modest. You know what I'm saying? On the signature collection, if you are on the allow list, you can mint for 0.12 ETH. So, you know, it's an entry point.
It's free. That's what it is.
Free, you know what I mean? Like, it's damn free. We ain't killing you guys out here. We're doing it the right way. You know,
bro, that's free. That's free. I seen guys come out with some BS projects asking 1 ETH, 2 ETH, some crazy numbers. Listen, man,
you see that.
This is free, guys. All right, listen, community. Up next, boys. Up next, family. You guys been watching us for 6-7 years now. Listen, 0.12 ETH for a 52 drop collection.
Come on, right?
Come on, man. This make make sense. All right, so
it makes sense, bro.
we establishing the OGs right now, man.
Right.
You know,
for sure. So you know, a lot of people are gonna come in here. They're gonna be guessing, you know, floor prices. They're gonna be guessing this and that. So I'm assuming you guys are hitting OpenSea right after the mint.
Absolutely. So mint happens on our website on Monday. NFTs-are-a-joke.com. As we said, you know, floor price is, you know, 0.12 if you're on the allow list. It goes up to 0.15 if you're not. The 2 gold cards, I mean, you know, those are gold, so that's 24K. You know what I'm saying? Those are special. There's only 2.
I might have to get me one of those golds, man.
You might have to, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna unlock some crazy utility.
Because I think you guys got a max of 4 mints per wallet. Is that how it goes?
Wallet, yeah. Max.
Okay, guys. Keep all this stuff in mind, man. The 15th, that's in 2 days, Monday. All right. Tomorrow is Mother's Day in Canada. The next day after that is the mint, gentlemen. Come on, man. Don't laugh. Go spend your money on your moms, but have some of that ready for that mint.
Mama NFT.
Yeah, you know, put the NFTs in your mama's name, Hakimi style, you know. So it is what it is, man. Now we talked about some of the crazy names that you guys got involved. Obviously, we got some of the big names. We got Adult Swim, MTV, Showtime. You know, guys behind some of the biggest names on TV. All right, but what we haven't talked about is you said there was a second drop coming in the future with the PFPs. You know, maybe a little juicy news about that first time we can get on the channel, or maybe even some juicy partnerships potentially coming in the future, man, that we can maybe know about.
Absolutely, man. What we can say is we're in conversations with a network right now. You know, the value of comedy it's undeniable, right? Like, it doesn't matter who it is, whether it's a network partner, a brand partner, you know, comedic partners, like everybody sees the value of this feel-good culture. So it's been pretty, you know, easy for us to find people who want to invest in the future of, you know, Laugh Out Labs. So the future of Laugh Out Labs is definitely opening beyond the OG collection, which is the first 52 cards. We do open up to a 5,000 piece PFP project. You know, we take our ambassador characters, as Ed was saying earlier. We have 5 really dynamic characters. I mean, wait till you guys meet these. You know, they're just out of this world, man. The personality, and they all are gonna morph into unique one-of-one characters for our PFP holders. Now that's going to unlock our event side of the company. So through the event side, you're going to be able to access and say, like, you're in Canada, yo, there's an event in Toronto, it's happening on the 15th. You know, I want to go to this. I'm a PFP holder. I get a +1. Let's go. You know,
like that.
It's stuff like that. And then just like really evolving into the IP value of these characters, right? Because like Ed said, we have a future for television with these characters. So it's now seeing these characters come to life in so many different formats, and understanding that you are part owner in that IP title and chain, right? The commercial value, you know, it just sits to position itself really well. So we're excited about where this is going, you know, completely.
I love it, man. I love it. And look, boys, if you want to make some gains, I know there's a lot of people in the space that have been watching us for a long time. There's guys that have made millions with us. And I'm not going to name you guys out there, but there's guys that made millions with us. Now, I want to put you guys on some game here. If you guys want to be a part of something big, something that's going to touch 10 ETH, 15 ETH, those gold cards, 15 ETH on the market. If you guys want to touch potential like that, then go ahead and get involved with these guys. All the links are going to be in the description below for you guys to check out the mint. NFTs are a joke. NFTs are no joke at this point, man. When you're messing with these guys, man.
Ain't no joke.
Ain't no joke, man. Now you guys let me know, man. What you gonna do when we're down in LA, man? Because I know it's hard to get you boys on the call. You guys are busy, but we had a chance to get you. What's gonna happen when we're down in LA, man?
We're gonna take you on a wild road trip, man. We're gonna have to hit up. You know, LA has so much diverse landscape, man.
I was there, man. I was there last year. I was there last year for a coin launch, actually. I gotta tell you, man. LA is the best place for crypto. One of my favorite places for crypto.
100%.
Okay, where are you right now?
Right now we in Vancouver, Canada. We up north, but we're not too far. We're not too far. We're back and forth. We're back and forth to Vancouver. We're out in the UK sometimes, actually in London. That's my city too.
London?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's home, right?
That's home, bro.
We're always back and forth, man. We're originally from Toronto, Canada. We moved out to Vancouver. We have a spot in London too, just so we can stay close to the hub. Obviously, if we ever want to go out to Dubai, we just kick it in London a little bit, go out to Dubai, back and forth.
We want to come to Dubai with you. Yeah. On our next trip to Dubai, we come with you, bro.
Let's make it happen, though. Let's not actually cap. Let's make it happen.
100%.
This is on video right now. This is on the channel. We got to make this happen now. Guys are going to be going crazy. Family, if you want to see this, man, the Dubai trip with the NFTs are a joke team, man, with the boys themselves. And
that's gonna be
that like, man. Hit that like, man.
Over part 4 right there.
That's what's up. I mess with you guys heavy, man. And anything you guys need in the space, you feel free to contact me directly. You know, I love to make connections in the space and network with real guys and genuine guys in the space. And you guys are 100% in that book. So I mess with you guys fully, man.
Likewise,
100%, man. I'm praying for all your success, man. I'm praying for all your success in the space. And boys, if you want to be a part of something big, again, all the links in the description below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Gentlemen, let me know if you have any other news for the audience, and then we can tap out like that.
Well, first and foremost, man, just again, we want to say thank you for sharing your platform with us. You know, like, we're very grateful for it. And, you know, to the community, you know, we're looking forward to rocking out with you guys.
Absolutely. 100%.
And, you know, from the founders, we're going to be transparent with you guys and, you know, make sure that this is truly like a great investment for all of you guys.
Facts. And it's a two-way street. You see these guys, you give to them and they give right back, man. That's what I love about these guys, man.
Man, we appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so much again, boys, for getting on the call, man, getting on the channel. Again, soon we're gonna see these boys again on the channel, man. This is not the first and last time. Soon we're gonna see them come back, because it is important to see the follow-up and see what these guys have been doing. But if you did enjoy the video, which I'm sure you did, smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. You can comment down below, and we'll see you boys. Peace.
On the next video, we gotta take